So, for those of you who didn't look or ignored my email or both, April's up. And May and June, a few people emailed me because I put April dates up. May and June will be up. The dates are already done. Just finalizing one or two locations. Not this location is always set, but one or two other locations. And the other thing that we'll have again in the summer, someone else asked me that, thanks, is, hi Lauren, give me a card when you have a chance. And we're gonna have our beach party again. People asked me, it was awesome. The only person who went into the ocean out of 15 people twice. It was amazing. Wasn't it an amazing day? It was really spectacular. Part of that was because of the weather, but it was just so much fun. Kicking back. Remember, Ingrid lives on the beach, and there's a big pool there too. And we ate and we drank. And some people drank even more than that drinking. It was great. No names. Great time. Uber lives. Okay. And what else? It's Carolyn's birthday today.
Yay.
All right. There you go. There you go. What else? That's about it. Yeah, it's a little stress ball with some pizzazz, right? It lights up, and I think if you throw the sucker, it does things. There you go. Good to see you. Awesome. All right, so here's what I'm going to do, and here's why. I'm going to pull your card out of the bag, okay? There's a bunch of guests here, so your name, your company name. Sometimes we get lazy when it's no guests, and we just say our name because we know a lot of us know each other. Little bit about what you do, and when I say a little bit, like if you see me start to go like that, you really need to wrap it because people are starting to check their phones, play with their stress balls, or just get bored. So you don't want that to happen. You're not going to tell everybody everything you do for them while you're sitting at this table. Save some of it for when you do one-to-ones and when you have conversations. More importantly than anything, who you're looking to meet, how we can help you. It doesn't necessarily mean you want introductions to clients. Maybe you do, but maybe you want introductions for speaking gigs, cross-blogging opportunities. It might be that you are looking for partners to collaborate with on a particular project. So that the more you tell us, the better it is that somebody in the room is going to go, Shazam, I know somebody and I'll make an introduction for you. And that's really the whole purpose of this. If you don't have the Shazam, I'll make an introduction for you thing going on at all, then, you know, there's a line at Gotham Networking. I'm really close friends with Fred. Givers get. I don't 100% believe that. I think there's a lot of people who give and get squat, okay? I get that. But I think you have a better chance of having a reciprocal relationship when that ball is in play, okay? Better chance, it's not a given, but stuff will happen. Stuff will happen if you're really playing the game well. So, in no particular order, nobody get cranky if they're not first, if they're not in the middle, if they're not last. Don't send me a text message and say, why the fuck am I always last? Don't do that because I don't pull anything other than I pull a card out of the bag and you're it.
Totally agree. And Adrian, you go last all the time anyway. So.
I go last all the time if I go at all. So, and you're the first, and you're a guest too, and that's awesome.
And I was telling my friend
She wanted not to be first.
I said,
for sure, I'm not going
we
to be
make an
first.
exception.
Okay, so Thelma, let me ask you,
Sure.
because you're a guest, and I'm nicer to guests. Really, if you really don't want to be first, I would put your card back and pull out somebody who's like, so you can maybe get the lay of the land a little bit.
You know
Yeah?
what? It was you chose me, so why not?
Go for it, girl.
after
No.
because I
And-
prepare. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Okay?
And the other thing is, when it's your turn, that's when you pass your cards around. Otherwise, everyone's busy looking at cards.
Okay.
Take it
So
away.
my name is Valma da Silva, and I created a company first called Concierge because I worked for banks for many years in compliance and everything, and I was always with Latin American and Brazilian. I am Brazilian, so I thought, and I was tired of that work for many years. So I decided to do something on my own, and I said to myself, why don't I help Brazilian people? Because I see when they do paperwork, for opening accounts and things like that, they do so many mistakes. So I can help them. So I create concierge, but I didn't get the response that I really wanted it to. And some of the requests that I got, some of the jobs that I want them they wanted me to do, I couldn't because I was in compliance for many years. So I know when something is not the way it should be. So I couldn't do many of the things that I was asked to do. And then I was not that happy. And at the same time, when I came here, I have my daughter, I have a daughter, and I raised her myself. And it was a great experience. And I did that with so much love and warmth. And now she's 23, independent, thank God. And she's happy in her new career. And I am like, I miss taking care of somebody. I do. So I said, why don't I do services for people who need, so I can gear this energy and things that I like to do to people who will be happy and pleased to have somebody to help them. So then I create the gentle wave for seniors and people with disabilities. So what I do, I'm not a specialist, I'm not a doctor, I am not social worker. What I want to give is love, attention, and help. So I will do things for them that we cannot do for our parents because we are busy working and we don't have time. I went through with my parents. So I go to visit and work and do things for them, make them happy, make them active, make them important. And if the children ask me to go there, I will write a report to the children and I will make the family together. So that's my idea. That's
When did you
what
start the company?
and that's a gentle wave. And then I'm just starting my company.
Cool. Cool. And the people who you want to meet are?
People who need assistance to little things that are important to them and it's easy for me to do, like taking them to doctor's appointment, get them groceries, check their house if they have everything for the week in the refrigerator, and check if they have their medication, and check if they are going to the doctors and follow up with the doctors if they are doing whatever they are supposed to do, okay? Just give them a hand to be completely independent and happy again.
In the city
Thank
or
you.
Long Island?
In the city, but if it's in Long Island, why not?
How many languages do you speak?
Excuse me?
Language, how many languages do you speak?
3 fluently.
Yeah.
3 Portuguese, Spanish, and English.
Thank you.
And I can survive in German and French.
Thank you.
It sounds like Rent-A-Daughter.
Well, that was a line of the woman, I forgot her name in Gotham, used to use.
Yeah, somebody did that.
But we used to fill it in and it was, rent the daughter you wish you had, but don't. We modified that tagline a bit. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Mr.
Hi.
Percadani,
Good
our host
afternoon,
for the
everyone.
meeting.
Absolutely. 6 years. You've been up here, what, 5 years now? 6 years?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah.
So my name's Steve Percanati. I run business development here at Presti and Nagley, and we are a full-service accounting firm with an accounting technology division. So right now we have 2 months, or less than 2 months left, and tax season's going to be over. So selfishly, we work with many individuals and small business owners and various tax compliance needs. We kind of go where our client takes us. Backside,
That's okay with everybody?
Sure. Does anybody, so everybody, does anyone want to stretch first? Do a little, you know, squats. Tammy can lead us. Little, you know, do a little bicep shit going on.
2 minutes, 7-minute stretch.
A little break. Okay, Carolyn, wait till everybody's done stretching their body.
That's fine.
All right.
It's working. Okay.
We could, yeah, absolutely.
Because that's usually how I get business.
Okay.
Yeah, that's-
Are we
that's
all
the way
set?
to do it.
Ready for Tammy? Not Tammy. Ready for Carolyn? I was all into squats. I was just gonna keep going like this.
I'm always into squats.
I do squats after seeing Tammy's presentation when she did a spotlight probably 5 years ago. I continue to do this stuff at my desk. So many a time when we're on our ASNet networking call, I'm sitting there like this, doing all my squats, doing all that.
So much for Zoom.
So, no, I don't do it on Zoom. Okay, everybody ready? Cool. Take it away, Carolyn.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Joseph from CJ Design and Consulting. I'll get more into that in a minute, but do you feel like this person when you're thinking about content, developing content for your business? Okay. Just I should tell you from the outset, I do have a little workbook for you to take home. You're not going to figure this all out at once, so it's just to give you some things to think about. Okay. CJ Design and Consulting provides brand awareness for businesses starting out, audience engagement for businesses whose sales have slowed down, and we are a graphic and web design resource for larger businesses and nonprofit organizations who need to outsource their design at affordable prices. So that's us. When it comes to crafting your content strategies, has anybody ever tried to craft a content strategy, or do you just kind of play it by ear? I designed this presentation, by the way, to be interactive, so please, I don't want to just be the only one talking, okay? When it comes to crafting your content strategy, this is what's going on. Okay, you're identifying your marketing problem, your social media marketing objectives, social media audit and analysis, and so on. But you want to make sure that you're determining your content mix and posting. You really want to stick with the social media content rule of thirds. A third of content promotes your business and converts your audience. A third of content shares ideas and stories from thought leaders. And a third is original brand content that you yourself write based on your brand. When it comes to posting, the type of original content that you really want to create and post are educational. Okay, and you want to use, there are 5 actual types of original content, and you want to use all 5. And there's something in this little workbook here that helps you plan out each 100 days of content. Okay, educational, something that teaches your audience something new, a tip, a tutorial. This is great for video, and I'm sure you all know that video is really hot right now. Inspirational, maybe a quick story that inspires someone to take action. Just don't overdo them. Maybe a story, a vulnerable content, sharing a struggle that you had to overcome. You don't have to just show the best side of your business. Show when you were struggling through a situation and how you overcame it. All right. This also has some social media posting tips. You know, you want to research it first. You want to have your brand image. You want to know your audience. You want to ask questions, create or use hashtags, and repost others' content.
Karen, just real quick.
Yes.
Are you sending this out to us? Is
I
it
can.
covered there, or you can
Yes,
send this
this
out?
is all covered in here, but I can send out the presentation if you like.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Again, questions? How can you get to know your audience more? Or let me ask you something. Do you have frequently asked questions from clients or from potential clients? What are they? What are some typical questions that you get?
How much do you charge?
How much do you charge? Okay. How can you turn that into a post?
How low can you go?
Seriously, think about it.
Do you try to compete on price? I shared that with the group yesterday, because that was a direct response to how much do you charge? And so that's what I wrote, as the person was boring me to tears, asking me about money before he even knew what I did.
Wait, what was this?
And I read that, and that was very helpful. Opinions, share your take on something that is hot in your industry. Don't agree with everybody. You can disagree with other people. Just do it respectfully and be able to back it up. Okay? Post it. I have sound effects.
We hope that wasn't your stomach.
No. The type of related content you want to share is text. But again, text is really overused. I just was on a webinar where they talked about content marketing in 2019 and how it's changed. You want to use graphics, you want to use your video, you want to use audio, infographics, you want to use short content, interactive content. You really want to make it a nice mix, okay? And then you want to decide, well, what we're going to post, maybe graphics or this video, we'll post to the following channels and how frequently. You want to measure your progress. How many people here measure your progress on your social media channels? What's the benefit to that?
See whether you're doing it right.
See what's working?
See what's working. And what if something's not working? What do you do?
Change it.
Change it.
Keep knocking your head against the window.
Okay, you could. That's an option.
See Chris for stress.
My little stress ball. And then, figure out what's working. And then once you've collected the data, create slides or notes and highlighting your key learnings so far and next steps, especially if you're working on with a team. Okay. When it comes to social media, what's working well? Okay, let's say it's Facebook. My target audience is small businesses. What type of content am I going to share? Maybe video and maybe some audio and some graphics. And then key performance indicators, KPIs. And then you want to repeat that for each social network your business is on. I had to put this down, but just note that once you figured out what works, it's going to change. Just like everything changed for social media in terms of content in 2019. Okay? But you're also going to do the same thing for what's not working. Okay? And maybe I'm not going to focus so much on Pinterest. Maybe I'll focus more on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Maybe I need to tailor back or scale back what I'm doing on Pinterest. How many people use Pinterest, by the way?
I don't even know what it is.
It's got pictures.
Oh.
Wait, for
Makes
business or
sense.
personal?
Either.
Oh, I use it for.
It's extraordinarily effective for
It is.
some businesses.
It is.
Tremendously effective.
And then you're going to repeat that for each social network your business is on. And again, just something as simple as Excel spreadsheet. The channel, the date range. Do you have any net followers, gains, losses, number of posts, the engagement rate, click-throughs, mentions. I just recently found out about ClueHawk. Anybody familiar with ClueHawk?
Having to clue. I
Having
have
to
not a clue.
It's good. It's actually, when you set it up, based on your preferences, it will go out and search the web and bring back to you, what you should focus on, what you should tweet, what you should retweet, who you should follow, what you should post. And I will tell you there's a free version that I do use, and it's maximum of 30 tasks, but it works real well for me.
CLUEHAW.
CLOOHAWK. ClueHawk. And I love it. It just brings it back and it tells you if your engagement is up, if your tweets are up. It really is pretty effective.
Can I ask you a question about this? Sure. So, is it purposeful that there isn't a column at the very end that says sales/revenue? Business generated /revenue?
I could put one in.
I'm just
No,
thinking.
definitely.
But I'm just thinking, because some of these will lend itself more to that, but it's like, it's great to have likes, but you're not making,
Right.
it's not a beauty contest.
Right,
It's
exactly.
it's a revenue generation, right?
You can add one. Column for sales. Thank you. Okay. And then you're gonna summarize your plan. Maybe I'll shut down, or maybe not even shut down. I'll like I said on Pinterest, maybe I'll scale back what I'm doing there, and I'll focus more on Facebook. You probably know that Facebook now is more pay to play. And also in 2019, if you post something on Facebook, don't share